Flying after 70 should feel exciting, not exhausting. But for many older travelers, the airport can feel like a test before the trip even begins. Long walks between gates, crowded boarding lines, confusing connections, heavy bags, medication worries, and that uncomfortable feeling of not knowing whether you're allowed to ask for help or whether you'll simply be told no. Here's the truth. Most airlines don't clearly explain. There are real services, quiet accommodations, and practical benefits available to senior travelers, but they are rarely advertised in a way that makes them easy to understand. These are not luxury upgrades, they are not tricks, and they are not about demanding special treatment. They are about protecting your comfort, your health, your time, and your dignity when you travel. In this video, we'll go through 11 airline benefits many seniors never use, not because they don't qualify, but because no one ever told them exactly what to ask for, who to ask, and when to ask. Some of these can help you board with less stress. Some can protect your medical devices. Some can make connections easier. And one or two could completely change what happens when your flight is delayed, canceled, or your bag becomes a problem. So before your next flight, stay with me, because the right sentence said to the right airline employee can make your entire travel day feel calmer, safer, and much more manageable. Let's begin with the first benefit most travelers think they understand, but often use the wrong way. Number 1. Pre-boarding is not just about walking slowly. Most travelers hear the word pre-boarding and think it is only for someone who needs a wheelchair, a cane, or extra time walking down the jet bridge. But for senior travelers, the real value of pre-boarding is something much more practical, protecting the things that cannot be checked at the gate. This matters because overhead bin space disappears fast, and when bins are full, passengers may be forced to gate check their carry-on. For a normal bag, that may be annoying. But if your carry-on has a CP, AP machine, important medication, medical supplies, or anything fragile that you must keep with you, gate checking it can become a serious problem. The key is not to wait until boarding starts. Go to the gate agent early and say something clear and simple. I'm traveling with important medical items in my carry-on, and I need to keep this bag in the cabin. May I pre-board so I can safely store it? That sentence changes everything. You are not asking for a favor because of age. You are explaining a real need. And in many cases, the agent can help you board early enough to secure space before the overhead bins are full. A calmer flight often begins before you even step onto the plane. Number 2. The blocked seats. You may still be able to request. Many senior travelers choose their seat online and assume whatever they see is all that exists. But that is not always true. On many flights, certain seats may appear unavailable online even when they have not been sold. These can include bulkhead seats, forward aisle seats, or seats kept aside for passengers who may need extra access because of mobility, medical, or physical limitations. The important thing is how you ask. If you simply say, "I want more legroom," the airline may treat it like a paid upgrade. But if you have a real physical need, arthritis, a knee replacement, a leg brace, limited mobility, or pain, when sitting in a tight row, you should explain it as an accommodation. After booking your ticket, call the airline and say, "I'm traveling with a mobility limitation, and I need a seat that can better accommodate it. Are there any blocked seats available for assistance needs?" That wording matters. You are not asking for luxury. You are asking for a seat that helps you travel safely and more comfortably. It may not always be available, but if you never call, you may never even know the option existed. A better seat can mean less pain, less stress, and a much easier flight. Number 3. Special meals are not only about diet. Most people know airlines offer special meals vegetarian, low-sodium, diabetic, gluten-free, and others. But many senior travelers do not realize that the real issue may not be what is in the food. Sometimes the issue is whether the food is easy to eat. That can matter more than people think. A tough piece of chicken, a hard bread roll, or a meal that needs cutting with a flimsy plastic knife can become frustrating for someone with hand tremors, arthritis, dental problems, or reduced strength in their fingers. And many passengers feel too embarrassed to ask for help once the tray is already in front of them. That is why it is worth calling the airline before your flight and asking what assistance meals are available. You can say, "I have difficulty chewing or cutting food. Is it possible to request a soft meal or a meal prepared in smaller pieces?" Not every airline handles this the same way, but the request may be added to your booking if the service is available. Also, when you board, quietly confirm it with the flight attendant. "I just wanted to check that my special meal request is listed for my seat." It is a small step, but it can protect your comfort, your dignity, and your ability to actually enjoy the meal you paid for. Number 4. Medical devices need more than just permission. Many senior travelers already know they can bring medical devices on a plane. But the real challenge is not permission, it is planning. ACPAP, machine portable oxygen concentrator, insulin cooler, or important medication can create problems if you assume the airline will automatically handle everything for you. For example, if you plan to use a CPAP machine or another approved device during a long flight, you may need to contact the airline's medical or special assistance desk before travel. Some airlines require advance notice, and you may also need enough battery power for the full flight plus extra time. Medication is another issue. Many passengers assume the crew can store insulin or other temperature-sensitive medicine in the galley refrigerator. But in many cases, flight attendants cannot take custody of personal medication. The better plan is to bring your own small cooler gel packs and resealable bags. If your ice melts during the flight, ask the crew for fresh ice. That is often something they can help with. The lesson is simple. Do not only ask, "Can I bring this?" Ask, "What do I need to do before the flight so I can safely use and protect this?" That one question can prevent panic at 35,000 feet. Number 5. You can ask for an escort without asking for a wheelchair. One of the biggest travel worries for older passengers is not always physical weakness. Sometimes it is the fear of getting lost. Large airports can feel like a maze. One wrong turn, one confusing sign, one crowded train between terminals, and suddenly a comfortable connection becomes a stressful race. Many seniors do not want to request a wheelchair because they can still walk. They may feel embarrassed, or they may think that service is not for me. But here is the important difference: you can ask for navigation assistance without asking for a wheelchair. When booking your flight, or when speaking with the airline's special assistance team, you can say, "I am able to walk, but I need assistance navigating the airport and reaching my connecting gate." This is especially useful at huge airports, tight connections, international terminals, or unfamiliar cities. In many cases, an airport staff member can meet you and guide you from one gate to the next. You still walk on your own, but you are not left alone trying to decode signs, trains, terminal letters, and boarding deadlines. That kind of help can turn a frightening connection into a calm, manageable transfer. And sometimes, peace of mind is the most valuable travel benefit of all. Number 6. The overweight bag fee is sometimes more flexible than you think. Baggage fees can feel cold and unforgiving. The scale shows 51 or 52 pounds, and suddenly a tired traveler is being asked to pay a painful extra fee. For senior passengers, this can feel especially frustrating when the extra weight is not from souvenirs or unnecessary items, but from medication, medical supplies, orthopedic shoes, heating pads, or things needed for comfort and safety. Now, this is not a guaranteed benefit. Airlines have rules, and agents do not always have the same flexibility. But in real life, a small amount of kindness and discretion can sometimes make a difference. The way you approach the counter matters. Do not argue. Do not accuse the airline. Do not act entitled. Instead, stay calm and explain the situation honestly. I'm sorry, I tried to pack carefully, but some of the weight is from medical items I need during my trip. Is there any way you can help me with this? That sentence gives the agent a reason to look for a solution. Maybe they waive a small, overweight fee. Maybe they suggest moving a few items into your carry-on. Maybe they help you avoid a bigger charge. The point is, this politeness gives the staff room to help you. Anger usually closes that door immediately. At the airport, the right tone can sometimes save you more than money. It can save your whole mood before the flight even begins. Number 7. The quiet alert that helps the crew help you. Once you are on the plane, there is one simple thing many senior travelers never think to do. Quietly introduce an important health concern before it becomes a problem. You do not need to make an announcement. You do not need to explain your entire medical history. And you do not need to feel embarrassed. After boarding is complete and the cabin is calmer, press the call button once or speak to a flight attendant as they pass by. Then say something like, "Hi, I just wanted to let you know I'm in seat 18A. I have diabetes, but I'm fine right now and I have my medication. I just wanted the crew to be aware in case I seem unwell later." This works for diabetes, dizziness, to heart conditions, severe anxiety, or any health issue that may affect you during the flight. Why does it matter? Because now the crew knows your face, your seat, and what to watch for. If you suddenly look pale, confused, shaky, or unusually quiet, they can respond faster and more discreetly. This is not about asking for special attention. It is about giving the crew useful information before there is an emergency. Sometimes one quiet sentence can make you feel much safer for the entire flight. Number 8. Rebooking help during cancellations is not always first come, first served. When a flight gets canceled, the airport can turn chaotic in seconds. Everyone rushes toward the same service desk. The line grows longer. People are tired, angry, and anxious. And for an older traveler, especially someone flying alone, waiting for hours in a crowded terminal can become more than an inconvenience. It can become a real health and safety concern. This is where many seniors make a painful mistake. They quietly stand at the back of the line and hope someone notices. But during major disruptions, airlines often prioritize passengers who have urgent needs. That may include people with medical conditions, mobility challenges, or older travelers who cannot safely wait in the terminal for long periods. The key is to speak clearly and calmly. You can say, "Excuse me, I understand everyone needs help. I'm a senior traveler flying alone and I have a medical concern. I cannot safely wait here for many hours. Is there someone who can assist me with rebooking?" You are not being rude. You are not demanding to be more important than everyone else. You are explaining that your situation carries extra risk. In a cancellation, silence can leave you stranded. A calm, direct request can move your case to the right person faster. Number 9. Ask about checking your bag through on separate flights. One of the most exhausting airport problems for senior travelers happens when a trip involves 2 different airlines. You land at a busy airport. Then you have to go to baggage claim, wait for your suitcase, lift it off the carousel, carry it to another terminal stand, in another check-in line, and send it again for the next flight. For a younger traveler, that may be annoying. For an older traveler, it can be overwhelming. But in some cases, there may be another option. At your first check-in counter, show the agent both flight reservations and ask I'm a senior traveler with a difficult connection. Is it possible to check my bag through to my final destination? This is not guaranteed. It depends on the airlines, the tickets, the route, and whether baggage agreements are available. But many travelers never ask, so they never find out. You can also add, if possible, could you add a special handling or priority tag? Even when the answer is no, the agent may explain the easiest route, the right terminal, or where to get assistance after landing. The main lesson is this: do not assume you must handle the baggage transfer alone until you have asked. One question at the first airport can save you a long walk, a heavy lift, and a lot of stress later. Number 10. The courtesy lounge pass is worth asking about. A long delay can be hard on anyone, but for a senior traveler, sitting for hours in a crowded gate area can become physically and mentally draining. The seats are uncomfortable, the announcements are loud, people are standing everywhere, the bathrooms may be far away, and after the delay changes from 30 minutes to 2 or 3 hours, the stress can build quickly. This is where one overlooked possibility may help: asking for a courtesy lounge pass. This is not guaranteed. It depends entirely on the airline, the airport, the staff, and the situation. But when a delay becomes serious, it may be worth asking politely. Instead of demanding compensation at the gate, go to the airline's customer service desk and say, I understand delays happen, but I'm an older traveler, and the noise and crowding here are becoming difficult for me. Is there any possibility of a one-time lounge pass so I can wait somewhere quieter? That request is calm, reasonable, and human. The worst answer is no. But sometimes an airline employee may decide that giving you a quieter place to sit is the simplest way to help. For senior travelers, comfort is not always a luxury. Sometimes it is what allows the trip to continue safely. Number 11. Wheelchair assistance can continue beyond baggage claim. Many senior travelers think airport assistance ends the moment they reach baggage claim. But for a lot of older passengers, baggage claim is actually where the hardest part begins. You still have to stand near the carousel, recognize your suitcase quickly, move through the crowd, lift a heavy bag from a moving belt, place it on a cart, and then somehow get yourself and your luggage to the taxi stand, shuttle stop parking area, or family pickup point. That final stretch can be exhausting, and it can also be risky if you have back pain, balance issues, or limited strength. So when you request assistance, be specific. Do not only say, I need help to baggage claim. Instead, say I need wheelchair assistance and luggage assistance from the aircraft all the way to ground transportation. That wording makes the request much clearer. In many cases, the assistant staff can help you reach the carousel wait with you, help identify your bag, lift it if needed, and guide you to the curb or pickup area. The goal is not just to get off the plane. The goal is to finish the journey safely, calmly, and with dignity, because your trip should not end with panic at the baggage belt. Flying after 70 should never feel like you are asking for too much. The truth is, many of the most helpful airline services are not always clearly advertised. They are often hidden behind the right request, the right timing, and the right words. Pre-boarding medical device support, airport escorts, special seating. Rebooking, help, baggage assistance. These are not about luxury. They are about making travel safer, calmer, and more dignified. The biggest lesson is simple: do not stay silent when you need help. Ask early, ask clearly, and explain your situation with confidence. A polite sentence at the gate, at the check-in counter, or with a flight attendant can completely change your travel day. Before your next trip, save these tips, share them with someone you love, and remember, you have more options than you may think. If this video helped you feel more prepared, please subscribe to Flying After 60 for more practical travel advice made especially for older travelers. And tell us in the comments which airline benefit surprised you the most and which one will you ask for on your next flight. Travel smart, travel calmly, and enjoy the journey.